For today's video, I'm not only going to stand in 2 foot of water, but I'm also going to eat these delicious hot dogs. What's up guys, Dan here, Coalcracker. If you've never seen online, people get these and they take bites and they just like explode into absolute fluff in their mouth. It's pretty disgusting, and I wasn't actually gonna bite into this thing, but this is a cattail, and I'm sure many of you refer to them as youngsters as like those hot dog looking things. Cattail is a super survival resource. There are so many different things that come with it, but this time of the year, it's gonna be rare that you find a lot of these hot dog looking pieces to the cattail. Generally what you're going to see is this back here. You're going to see just a big pile of fluff, and that's a good thing because that is what we need for today's video. And if you see as I pull this apart, what happens is it gets huge, right? It like doubled in size just from moving it along. So I know you might be thinking right away, fire starter. And yes, you can definitely use this stuff as a fire starting device. The problem with this, okay, is that we call this a flash tinder. So when you ignite this, it like immediately burns up. It goes, whew, you get a nice flame and it's pretty much gone. It burns immediately. So I'm going to show you how you can collect some of this stuff, take it back to camp, add another item to it, and make yourself a really, really cool fire starter, and a really good fire starter at that. So first and foremost, we got to collect some of this. Usually one of these is going to be more than enough. Bring a bag along with you though, because this stuff is a super messy nightmare. It's on my camera microphone. It's probably in my beard. It's all over the place. So get it somewhere that it's not going to get all over the place. Stick it away. I got my little haversack with me, and then head into camp and get out of all this swamp. Ugh. Now that the cattail is collected, find your spot somewhere that you're comfortable. Either get a campfire going, or like in my case, I'm just going to use a small little stove because it is quite hot here in Pennsylvania today. So this is a little folding stove that I carry once in a while during the summer months. And then what goes with that is these little Esbit fuel tablets. Them things stink so bad. If you ever used one, they're disgusting. Don't ever put them in your bag or your kit long term, because you'll open it and you're gonna want to puke. I have nothing else to say about that. It's very frustrating, but they work really, really well for stuff like this, okay? Next, you're gonna need some type of vessel, so I just have a small little camp cup. You are gonna want something you can heat up, okay? And then the last thing you're gonna wanna bring along is some petroleum jelly, AKA Vaseline, because this is going to need to get melted over that flame source. So that's what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna get this lit up, get some Vaseline melted, and then we will proceed from there. All right, so I am all melted. You can see that it is just liquid at this point. I'm going to take that off the heat. Okay, so a little bit of cattail fluff. I'm just going to stick that in there. Again, just easy with the cattail fluff. I would rather you put less in and have to add more than vice versa. So you can see it's still a little bit wet in there, so just a little bit. And I think I'm going to be about good here. So now what we're going to do is wait. All right, now it has hardened up the best it's going to. I mean, it is, like I said, warm out here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this container. You can see it's inside there. Pop it on out, and now we have ourselves a fire starter puck out of Vaseline and cattail fluff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a little piece off, we'll light it up and see how nice this stuff burns. Now, of course, this is still, like I said, it's a little bit soft yet, okay? Just because of the heat out here. So ideally, rather than keeping it in something like this, you'd wanna put it in a tin container, or even better yet, instead of making it in a cup like that, make it inside your tin container, and then you'll have it for when you need it. In the winter time or the fall, when the weather is definitely cooler, this thing's even gonna get more stiffened up and it's going to be better, but it definitely works really nice. So you can even break a chunk of this off by ripping it. You can see all those fibers exposed, or like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to take out our knife and give it a nice cut. You can cut this into sections also, but at the end of the day, what we ultimately want to do, we always want to fluff this stuff up before we're going to use it, because these fine fibers in this is what's going to catch, and that Vaseline's going to extend. So let's lay this stuff down and hit it with some flame, see what happens. All right, so here we got our fire starter, and check that out. lights up really quick with just a small little flame. You can also light this stuff up with a ferrocerium rod, and you can see how long this stuff actually burns. And compared to real cattail, let me grab some here. Compared to some like real cattail fluff, okay, you're gonna see how this stuff just flames up. We're gonna use the flame that's actually burning here. You can see how that stuff just burns up, and it's just smoldering at this point, any kind of moisture that's in there. So that's why we say that's more like a flash tinder. It doesn't work near as well. Look at that. That is like an absolute inferno. So definitely worthwhile for you to check out. All right there, you crazy survivalists, crazy bushcrafters, and everybody in between. That is today's video. I hope you enjoyed that one. That's how you take cattail fluff, add a little bit of man-made stuff to it, and have yourself an absolute excellent fire starter for when you need it. So if you like this video, hit like and subscribe down below. You can also check us out at Coalcracker, for all our classes or gear on our blog. And until the next video, make some fire, stay in the woods.